Valentine's Day feels simple on the surface. Flowers, cards, dinner reservations, chocolate hearts. It's supposed to be a celebration of love, but if you look closely, something about it feels off. The pressure, the expectation, the sense that love has to be proven on a specific day. What's interesting is that Valentine's Day didn't always look like this. In fact, its origins are almost unrecognizable compared to what we celebrate now. So it's worth asking, is Valentine's Day anything like its origins at all? Long before Valentine's Day was about romance, it was tied to something much older and much stranger. In ancient Rome, mid-February was marked by a festival called Lupercalia. It wasn't about love in the modern sense. It was a fertility ritual, about survival, about ensuring the continuation of society itself. Animals were sacrificed. The city gathered, and the ritual was meant to ward off chaos and infertility. This wasn't intimate, it wasn't personal, and it certainly wasn't gentle. Love, as we think of it today, simply wasn't part of the picture. As Christianity spread through the Roman world, these older pagan rituals didn't simply disappear. Instead, they were transformed, reframed, given new meaning. Valentine's Day became associated with a Christian martyr known as Saint Valentine. The details of his story are unclear and likely symbolic rather than literal. But the shift itself matters. What was once about fertility and survival became about morality, devotion, and sacrifice. The chaos of the old world was replaced with symbolism, and ritual slowly gave way to meaning. Centuries later, something new emerged. In medieval Europe, ideas of courtly love began to take hold. Love became something idealized, something distant, something written about rather than acted on. Valentine's Day slowly became associated with letters, poetry, and longing, not obligation, not proof. Love was no longer a ritual imposed by society. It was a feeling, often unfulfilled, often private. In many ways, this is the version of Valentine's Day we still recognize today, or at least the version we think we do. The biggest transformation came much later. With mass printing, advertising, and consumer culture, Valentine's Day changed again. Love became standardized. Cards were pre-written, gifts became expected, and slowly participation became a test. Not of how deeply you loved someone, but of whether you showed it in the right way, on the right day. The meaning of love didn't disappear, but it became entangled with spending, comparison, and visibility. This is where something subtle happens. Valentine's Day begins to feel less like a celebration and more like an evaluation. Did you do enough? Did you plan correctly? Did you remember? For some people, the day feels joyful. For others, it feels heavy. And that weight doesn't come from love itself. It comes from expectation. So is Valentine's Day anything like its origins? Not really. It has shifted from ritual to symbolism, to romance, to performance. That doesn't make it meaningless, but it does mean that love can't be contained by a calendar or proven with a receipt. Real love happens quietly, on ordinary days, without an audience. And maybe Valentine's Day is most honest when it reminds us of that. Rather than asking us to perform it,